Is it possible to remain human in the middle of war? Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five is a masterpiece of anti-war literature that blends science fiction, war, trauma, fate, and free will into a uniquely structured narrative. Instead of following a traditional storyline, the novel explores the impact of war on the human mind through a fragmented, nonlinear style. The protagonist, Billy Pilgrim, is an American soldier who survives the firebombing of Dresden during World War II. However, Billy's story is far from a typical war account. He becomes unstuck in time, randomly experiencing moments from different periods of his life. The novel follows Billy as he survives the bombing of Dresden, returns home, lives an ordinary civilian life, and is later abducted by aliens from the planet Tralfamadore. The Tralfamadorians view time differently than humans. To them, time is not linear but exists all at once. According to their philosophy, everything that happens is predetermined, and no one can change their fate. Billy is captured as a prisoner of war and taken to Germany, where he is held in Slaughterhouse-Five in Dresden. The city soon becomes the target of one of the most devastating bombings of the war. Thousands of civilians are killed, and Dresden is reduced to ashes. Billy miraculously survives, but is forever haunted by the horrors he has witnessed. However, Billy's trauma does not end after the war. He continues to experience sudden time shifts, jumping from one moment of his life to another. One second he is a child, the next he is in the middle of the war, and then he finds himself on Tralfamadore. To him, time has no order, and even knowing the future cannot change what is destined to happen. On Tralfamadore, Billy is put on display in a zoo and paired with a woman named Montana Wildhack. The Tralfamadorians teach him that life is just a series of moments, and death is just another event. Nothing truly ends. This idea deeply influences Billy's worldview, leading him to adopt the fatalistic phrase, "so it goes," every time death is mentioned in the novel. One of the most striking aspects of Slaughterhouse-Five is Vonnegut's anti-war stance and dark humor. Billy's time traveling is not just a science fiction element, it symbolizes how trauma disrupts the human mind. The horrors of Dresden leave Billy emotionally detached, making him indifferent to the world around him. Vonnegut's storytelling does not follow a linear progression. Events jump back and forth, mimicking Billy's chaotic mind, forcing the reader to experience time as Billy does. This unique structure enhances the novel's emotional impact and highlights the psychological scars left by war. The novel also questions fate and free will. The Tralfamadorians insist that everything is predetermined and cannot be changed. Billy adopts this belief and accepts his life passively, refusing to resist his fate. Yet Vonnegut challenges readers to ask, are we truly powerless against fate, or do we have the ability to change our destinies? Another tragic aspect of the novel is Billy's inability to communicate the horrors he witnessed. When he returns to America, he realizes that people prefer to see war as an act of heroism rather than a meaningless slaughter. He knows the truth, but no one is willing to listen. This deepens his isolation and makes him feel even more detached from reality. Vonnegut's writing blends satire, irony, and deep emotion. While he portrays the absurdity of war, he also delivers a haunting critique of how societies justify violence. Slaughterhouse-Five is not just a novel about war. It is a profound examination of trauma, the nature of time, and humanity's struggle to find meaning in chaos. Ultimately, Slaughterhouse-Five is a powerful exploration of the lasting effects of war, the nature of trauma, and the conflict between fate and free will. Do you think Billy Pilgrim is truly experiencing time travel, or is it just a coping mechanism for his trauma? Is everything in life predetermined, or do our choices shape our fate? Share your thoughts in the comments.